Mic check, mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
stand up strong, think the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up. In the rapper world today.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hi, y'all. It's country western again. Already. I couldn't believe Tuesday was here again. I'm like, what the? It's Tuesday again? Didn't we just have a Tuesday? Yes, we did. Amazing. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, it's a doozy. But it's for those only who want to know themselves and overcome and be free. It's not for everybody. The truth only go accept those who invited it, who want it. All right, so it's not for everybody. It's just for those who want to know themselves. Because once you know yourself, you're going to overcome. You're going to overcome once you know yourself. All right? What was the first temple God made? What was the first temple God made? What was the first temple God made? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, anywhere in the world, we are here, by the way, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Heard around the world by everybody and they mama. And if you're black, everybody, if you're black, everybody they mama. If you're white, everybody their mama. And so if you're like out and about, busy doing whatever it is that you do, and you would like to listen to the show while it is still happening, you know the podcast, you can podcast all the shows all the time, right? You can podcast. But you could be listening no matter where you are and what you're doing. You could be up in the White House with the president and be the governor of Michigan, I think, Whitmer, whatever her name is. And then some of the camera people come in and take your picture with the government. You can hide your face and still listen to the show. According to the report, she pretended it was something else. But people say, well, she didn't want to be seen with the government. With the president. You can be listening to the show on your iPhone, iPad by Gretchen Whitmer. Right there. Gretchen Whitmer. Y'all see her hide her face? But anyway, that's amazing if she's the governor. What the? But anyway, you can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad, no matter where you are and what you're doing, by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate to have your comments read out loud, we gotta catch up with those super chats from the ones we haven't done from yesterday. But to donate to have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. And every Tuesday is country and Western Tuesday. Yeehaw. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back Bring back my country to
What the?
me.
Who let the dogs out?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. So listen, my country's not coming back. Accept it. It's getting worse. Though the Great White Hope is doing an amazing job to make you physically comfortable as possible by doing tariffs, bring back jobs, bring back all kinds of things. Do you know that the president said, I heard a portion of an interview, that if this thing is done right, something like, but not exact what he said, that if this thing is done right, the tariff thing, that it may take the place of taxes, that it could possibly do that. And he mentioned that there was a time in America when tariffs took the place of taxes, we didn't have to pay taxes. And it sounds like he would like for that to happen again. Wouldn't that be amazing? And I think about all the people who complaining about what the president is doing with the tariff thing, making a deal, and they are complaining about it. And what I realized, every one of them, whether conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, regular folks on the streets, and whatever, the reason they are complaining about the president making deals, they don't know how to make a deal. They ain't never made no real deal with someone. They don't know that it takes time, and you have to give and take, and give back, and then take back, and take back, until you finally have a deal. They don't know that. So they're complaining because they don't understand. They are complaining because they don't understand. And they've never made a deal. They had these little, okay, I'll go to the building and you pay me $2. That's not making a deal. And so they don't understand what the president is doing. All right, so that's what's going on. One other thing, I got to go to I got to keep my word. You be like, super chat. Super.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you?
Doing fine, thank you.
Thank you. What are you thanking me for?
You asked me how I am.
Suppose I ask, but I really don't care.
I say thank you, and I really don't mean it.
Oh, there you go.
Kayla says from the church super chat, thank you so much, Jesse and Bond.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Kevin says, should she block her, yay or nay?
Oh, from Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Your sister.
There was a young lady at the fellowship. She's a member of the fellowship, and she is working on herself. And she had an incident with her brother and sister. And she told her sister her brother's secret after the brother said, don't tell. And now the sister's all in it. And the girl want to be done with it, right? And her sister keep calling. She won't answer the phone. So I told her to block her, right? And so I asked other people in the fellowship, should they block? The guys, for the most part, all the guys said yes. Maybe one or two wasn't sure, but all the women said, except for one, Alexis. And Alexis better not have said no.
They all said it was extreme.
And so the super chat is talking about that. Thank you.
That situation all too predictable.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Kevin. Jamil bought a coffee. Hey, Jesse, I know that you say you shouldn't pray out loud, and I agree 99% of the time, but today I'm flying to Jerusalem, and my plane has a female pilot.
Oh,
couldn't
pray
help it.
out loud. No, I'm playing.
Couldn't help but say a little prayer. Wish me well.
I wish you well.
Call later, let you know how my trip goes if I survive.
Absolutely. That's a long way to be traveling with a female pilot.
Indeed.
I hope she doesn't have her monthly cycle during that trip.
Terrible.
But I wish you well. I really do. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamil. And Dante, 3 coffees. Someone ran over a cop this weekend in Kansas City with an ATV. Usual suspects, as you guessed. Jesse, what is wrong with the blacks?
Angry. All angry people are murderers. It looked like, but I understand if you don't, for now, it looked like you can look around you now and you can see. It's funny how most people still won't see it, though. And when Christ said he blind, forgive him, he cannot see. But you would think with all that is happening in America alone between human beings and in the world at large between human beings, you see the anger. And look like you can see that the anger is what's making people do it, that they're angry. If they felt good and free, they wouldn't be doing this stuff to themselves and to others. Don't you see anger is evil and it separates you from God and you have no love? It's driving you, folks, but you don't want to see it. Amazing, huh? Let your anger go. Anger is evil. Anger will not, anyone that has anger cannot enter into the kingdom within the new world. And stop being double-minded. Be single-minded. Be single-minded. It's so interesting being single-minded. It's mind-blowing. Wait until you do it. Oh Lord! What, George? It's so interesting. Thank you, though.
Thank you for your 3 coffees, Dante. Donnie, girl's idea, over on Rumble. At 12, I secretly listened to a Masonic study. For 32nd degree esoteric sacred history informs us that a temple can be founded in Jerusalem, erected to God and dedicated to the service of his holy name.
That's a biblical question? Response?
No, it has to do, it's talking around the biblical question, but it doesn't sound like an answer to the biblical question.
What was the first temple built, God made, and they were saying it's in Jerusalem?
She might be saying that. It's not clear what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you either way. It sounds like it's not clear if you're responding to the biblical question.
Right.
Or you're just making a general statement.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah.
As always. So a biblical question answer would be King Solomon's temple.
That what she said?
Yeah.
How you know that?
Because she says that.
She
That's
said
what
it?
she writes.
After she said this first one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she said another one?
Yeah, she sent a follow-up.
Oh, okay. So this is a response to the biblical question. And what is it?
King Solomon's temple.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Thank you, Don. Richard says Jesse has 10 sisters, and they're all blocked.
That's right. Oh,
Based.
it is amazing. Thank you.
Commander Kim says church. Commander Kim over on Rumble. Church was amazing.
Amazing.
Shout out to the 31st state he black.
It really was. Oh, yeah. We had some visitors. Hey, visitor from Canada. I forgot your name. I'm sorry. I can't remember names. I'm black. But I asked them about welcome to the United States, 51st state of the United States. And they were laughing.
Nice. Thank you, Commander Kim. Soul Conscious, 5 coffees. Jesse, incredible Sunday's church. I barely drink water, and it was an interesting conversation about brainwashing from the industry.
Incredible. That's what you are to me. Incredible year. Amazing. It was an amazing discussion about the water. If you missed it, folks, you can podcast rebuildingtheman.com/church. Rebuildingtheman.com/church. All right. Check it out. Amazing.
Indeed. Very nice. Sion says, good morning, Jesse. I block all 3 of my sisters if I have to. I'm the youngest, and they're afraid of me. They watch what they say.
Nice. See there? That's right, Sion. An alpha female, not a beta female. Nice. Thank you, Sion.
Brand new B. Jesse, I thought the core value for God's kingdom is the family. But is that if people have overcome their anger? Trying to understand.
What does that mean, the core value? It's the family.
Like it's built around the family? God's kingdom is built around the family?
Where
I don't know.
that?
I'm putting words in his mouth.
Oh.
I can't have a conversation with a super chatter like that.
Oh. Okay. I don't quite understand it, but thank you. Was there a question?
He's put a bunch of question marks. Trying to understand.
Make the question clear for me. Because I don't know what you mean by the core value around God is family.
Around God's kingdom.
It's
His
family.
family.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I do know it may help him to mention what Jesus said, that his family are those who are children of God, not children of Satan.
We are family. I brought all my sisters with me. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Brand new B.
What did God say?
Or ma'am. What did God say?
What did Jesus say?
Well, Jesus said something like, his family are the children of God, not the children of Satan.
That's for sure.
And your own blood family can be the children of Satan.
That's right. Your own blood family is and could be your enemy. Isn't that, man? Think about that. Your own family, your own blood could be your enemy. It's in the Word. I'm not making it up. It's in the Bible. And in the Bible, we are told Jesus passed through Jericho. Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Katie says dove emoji with the olive leaf and Israel flag. Peace for Israel, I think is what it's saying.
Right on. Peace for Israel. Peace for America and peace for Israel. Peace for everywhere, but especially those 2 places.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Nikki bought a coffee. It really struck me when you said, I can't make money off a sound-minded person. You can't make money off of a sound-minded person. You're a real wise shepherd, Jesse. Always struggled to explain this to my older sisters who feel jealous of my success, quote unquote.
Forgive her. She can't help it, all right? She can't see. Don't be mad at her. She can't see. Block her. Well, no, I'm playing. You have to block You don't have to block them, but right on.
Cornerstone says on Cash App, the only electric vehicle I would own is one of Elon Musk's.
Yeah, that's right. You must own an electric car from Elon. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Cornerstone. Billy says, how do you know if you sin against the Spirit?
You know, don't do it. Amazing. Thank you.
Uncle Ruckus, if he rapping, he capping.
That's
Meaning
right.
Lying and hiding.
Amazing.
Thank you, Uncle Ruckus. D-Money says, what the?
What the? Amazing. Thank you.
Luis, love Jesse. Big smile.
Love you back. Thank you.
And I think I pronounced it right this time.
And I thank you for your support.
Thank you, Luis.
Yeah.
Celestial Lord with a very generous Rumble rant. Biblical question.
What was the first temple God made? The first temple God made.
God made Adam as the first temple because God was with him. He was with God, says Celestial Lord.
Amazing. Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. A whole lot of people saying that.
I know.
Remember the crowd. No, I'm saying.
Another from Katie with a seeing eye dog, a poodle, a service dog, and a second dog or a fourth dog. Cute puppy one.
Thank you.
Dog
Who-
emojis.
Who let the dogs out? Amazing.
D Money. Jesse, what animal would you be if you were reincarnated?
None. 0. If I had to come back an animal, I'm like, forget it. Thank you.
Another from Celestial Lord on Rumble. One thing I learned is that words are just words.
Yeah.
When you take meaning to them and dwell in those words, you will lose sight of the light. When I listen to music, I enjoy it and let it go.
You must, if you want to be free, one of the things you must do is overcome words. Words can be used as a weapon for the ego. It's a weapon to the ego. But if you overcome words, words are not a weapon to the ego. Amazing, huh? Thank you.
Depressed Toilet, 3 coffees. The conversation about...
Breast toilet?
Yes.
Okay.
The conversation about water jugs made me realize it's just another trend. One trend I'm starting to see more and more is men with fanny packs. What the? And some influencers trying to push man a purse, SMH, shaking his head.
I noticed that society worked overtime to devalue, degrade, put men down. It's like everywhere. It's in the air. It's everywhere. They do everything they can to degrade men, and they're doing everything they can to bring women up. It's not going to work, but that's what they're doing overtime. They're calling good evil and evil good. What a sad way to live. When I look at the world, it fills me with sorrow. When I look at the world, it fills me with sorrow. Children today gonna suffer tomorrow. Oh, what a shame. Such a sad way to live. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Depressed Toilet, for your 3 coffees.
Yeah.
Javon, 3 coffees. For the biblical question,
What was the first temple God made?
I was going to say the body of Adam, but according to AI, I was close. LOL.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. So they're saying the body of Adam?
He was saying that, but according to AI, he's saying he's close.
What does that mean? AI saying it's something else?
It sounds like it. If AI says you're close, that means that you're not quite there.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
And Heat says, Jesse, did you hear about the plane crash late last night, meaning the other night, in Hudson, New York, that unalived, he says, 6 more people? Helicopter crash in Hudson River, unalived 6 people. Do you think the third 6 will come from the aircraft carrying 6 women into space, 666?
No. I did hear, it's funny how I heard a little bit about that, and then I didn't hear about it anymore. And then yesterday I heard a little bit more about it, and that's been it. It's not. It didn't really make major news in the way it should have. A plane crash, and I wonder why. Did you hear about that?
A plane crash.
Yeah, and they
No,
said
I only heard about the helicopter crash, not the plane crash.
that's what the 6 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 people in the helicopter.
Right.
That's what it was. And they had supposedly there was some girl that's supposed to want some in the little girl game stuff, and her boyfriend and her parents. They were in there too.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear. So maybe that's why they didn't make a big deal of it, because it was a helicopter rather than a airplane. But yeah, I did hear about it a little bit. Thank you.
He said maybe that's why Gail don't want to go. She may know it's a sacrifice.
What a mess.
And he bought another coffee. Jesse, it's interesting how they erected that black naked see-through woman in San Francisco. Looks like the Tower of Babel. Doesn't it remind you how Kanye put his wife on display at the Grammys in that see-through dress, showing everything? Coincidence or an orchestrated event? The world is truly a stage, says N. Heat.
I'm not sure if she's black, though. It looked like she may be a color for every color person.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really make her black. It didn't make her white for sure, or Jewish. But I'm not sure it was a black person, image of a black person. So I'm not sure. Thank you.
Thank you to the top contributors on the D-Live crew, Severio Jones, Nezulium, 555-555-565, Games for Rec, and the rest of the supporters as always. Thank you all very kindly. No more thoughts, bought our coffee.
Thank you all.
Biblical question.
What was the first temple God made?
Adam was, as far as I know, says no more thoughts.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. So everybody saying Adam? What? Nah.
Deplorable Dave from Rosamond.
So no one really knows what the first temple was?
Some people are saying Solomon's temple.
Well, one person.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm just.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Thank you.
2 coffees from Deplorable Dave. Jesse, the first and only, I guess is a biblical question answer.
What was the first temple God made?
First and only temple that God created was Jesus Christ. You can now let everyone know the question has been answered. You're welcome. On to next week's question.
Thank you.
Gregatron, I
I'll
enjoyed.
put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Gregatron bought a coffee. I enjoyed Joel's 300th episode. It looked like so much fun. It's cool that you guys are friends outside of work. That's great. Also, I love how Joel conducts Punchy TV. It's like if JLP did The Fallen State at age 33.
Nice. Check out punchy.tv. Amazing. And yeah, Joel is in charge of that. Really. And he's doing an amazing job so far. Doing an amazing job with it. So thank you. Punchy, PUNCHIE.TV. Thank you.
Not Archangel Gabriel bought a coffee. Biblical question.
What was the first temple God made?
I think the first and last temple God built was the present. Amazing show Sunday, especially with the woman worried to be on camera. Remember at college a few years back, had to stand up and do a presentation in front of class. Lord, I was shaking in my boots. Ha. Keep up the amazing work, JSC and team.
We will, and thank you for helping us to help others. Amazing.
Fritz says donate on Cash App.
Thank you, Fritz. I appreciate it.
Anthony, a beautiful sunset on a western prairie. Stillness.
Amazing. Thank you.
Anthony also says Western Country Tuesday. You better believe it.
Country and Western Tuesday. Beyonce is not a country singer. Y'all can hang that one up. That's a DEI singer. That's a DEI country Western singer.
And we'll read the rest of your super chats later, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. When I come back, straight to the phones. Back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor, top quality, specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to BAR, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee. Okay, folks, welcome back. Brand new episode. No. Check out Punchy.tv. Someone mentioned it. It's amazing. Joel is the controller of that. He runs that, make that happen. Punchy.tv. And we just, what's the day? Tuesday, right? There was a brand new episode that we played yesterday. Watch this.
We have here Kit. He's a dating coach from London.
I think every man wants to be in a position where he has an abundance of women and he is respected by other men.
Yeah, that's a mess. Are you Christian? To me, a prenup is basically telling a lady, I doubt you, I don't trust you.
There is no such thing as trusting a woman and being right about it.
We're talking about a finger on a nuke.
You'll never divorce because you know and believe that that's not in the cards for you. It's impossible.
If you're married and she cheats, are you leaving?
To find out what was Joel's response to that, check out Punchy.tv on YouTube and Punchy.tv, all right? Amazing. To Thursday night, this Thursday night, Women's Forum at 7 p.m. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/event. Rebuildingtheman.com/event. Women's Forum every third Thursday of the month, unless I'm out of town or something. So come on down, ladies, and support BAR. Support this network. Those who are doing it, thank you. We are building a 24-hour radio talk network with men only. 24 hours talk. And all other kind, counseling, all kind of stuff. And thank you all for helping us. And especially those that are, well, I thank everyone, but those that don't have to ask, you are amazing. Thank you. And support us on social media. Rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cozy.tv, where Christ is King. Cozy.tv/JLP. JLP Talks on X. Jesse Lee Peterson on Instagram. Like, follow, comment, subscribe. All right? I want to go to a brand new first-time caller out of Illinois, Brian. Brian, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, this is amazing.
Hey, Brian.
How's it going, Mr. Peterson?
All is well.
Good. Nice. Well, I have a question about my friend.
Okay.
I think he might be turning into a beta male.
And why is that? Why do you think that?
Just a number of things that he's done recently. He's been, friends with this one woman and, been listening to her and, just getting very beta vibes from him. And he's been, talking about, he's been talking a lot about, how much he doesn't like bigotry and I don't know. It seems very, very beta, if you ask me.
Okay. And your question is what?
What should I do? Is there any way I can help him with that, or because I don't know. I just get a bad feeling from what could happen if this continues.
What could happen?
Well, he might. I don't know if he might turn into a woman, or if because we've been friends for a while, and we've been childhood friends. But I fear that he's gone astray, and
How
I'm
old are
looking
you?
for your advice. I'm 32.
Oh, okay. Here's what I recommend. Do what you want, but here's what I recommend. You warn him about it, but if he doesn't want to change and he want to do what he's doing, wish him well and leave him alone about it. Have no opinion about it. Don't judge him. Let him travel the wide road that leads to destruction. You can't do anything about someone else. We can warn one time or so, but that's about it. So if he doesn't want to listen, just wish him well and let him go through what he got to go through, and maybe he'll wake up at some point. But just don't judge him. And if you want to hang out with him, hang out with him. And if you don't, don't. But do not be mad. Don't judge him. He got to go through what he got to go through.
Is there any chance that if I continue to hang out with him, that I could become a beta male?
Yeah, because you're going to start hating him. You're going to get mad at his weakness. And when you get mad at his weakness, you become like what you hate.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to cut contact with him. I mean, I pride myself on being alpha, and I don't like any of this beta stuff.
And you say you got to cut contact with him?
Well, yeah. If I might turn into a beta because of him, then yeah, I've got to stop talking with him.
Well, if you become a beta, it won't be because of him. It will be because of you. Because you're your own world, and whatever happened in your world is your responsibility, your blame, your success or your failure. Because it wouldn't be his fault if you judge him for what he's doing or not doing. It's happening inside of you. So don't whether you decide to hang out with him or not, don't judge him.
Okay, I will try my best not to judge him.
But it's up to you to hang out with him. That's your choice too. But just don't be angry at him, because anger is hatred. Hatred separates you from love, from God. And hatred is a burning flame inside of your body, your mind and body.
Do you think that Satan could be to blame for his beta behavior?
Well, Satan is definitely to blame from your behavior toward him.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I didn't think of it that way.
And the reason you're not thinking of it that way is because you're looking at him and judging him instead of looking at you and seeing what's going on in you, that you are judging him.
Okay.
And you're judging him. He's been a friend for a while. You're angry that now somebody else has his attention. And all of your emotions, your thoughts and emotion about him are happening in you. So it's really more about you than it is about him.
And what can I do to help myself?
It's number one, see that you're judging him, you're angry and you're judging. Be honest about that within yourself and drop it. Forgive him. He can't help himself, so you can be forgiven and you'll be fine. But the problem is with you, because you can be jealous that now some woman got his attention. He's been your friend for a long time. Now some woman, and he's giving all this attention to the woman. He don't want to play no more, all kind of stuff. Have you forgiven your mother?
Oh, I hold nothing against her.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, I have.
You went to her and forgave her?
Yes.
But I thought you said you hold nothing against her.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, I hold nothing. I guess I hold nothing against her now, but I did hold something against her prior.
You went and forgave her?
Yes.
And what did you say to her?
I told her that it's not her fault that she's a woman, and she, yeah, and there's really nothing she can do about it, and I have learned to accept that about her.
So you didn't forgive her for what she'd done to you, recreating you or her image. Why not?
Well, I guess I never thought about it that way. What do you mean?
Your thinking and your emotions and the way you see things is exactly the way your mother sees things. You become like her because as a kid, she traumatized you by imposing her will on you, being too mommy, too protective, turning you away from your father. And all of the thoughts and feelings that you're having now is just like your mother. You became like what you hate.
Oh, my.
And she could.
You're blowing my mind.
And she could not help herself. Her mother did it to her. And then your father was not able to protect you from your mother because he didn't know how to deal with your mother. He married his mother. Your mother is his mother because you become attracted to what you hate, and every woman you get involved with will be mama, and the war repeats itself.
Do you think that's what's going on with my friends?
That's going on. That's what's going on with you.
See, I this whole time I thought my problem was my friend, but I didn't even consider myself being the. Like, this is giving me something to work with.
Yeah, all people think their problems are due to someone else or something else, and it has nothing to do with anyone else or anything else. Every human being problems within themselves, and they blame the
thank you very much.
They blame the outer world when it's really the inner world where they're having their own problem. And they look outside, they blame somebody else. Oh, you made me feel this way. You did this, you that. When it's really them. Each individual are their own problem.
Do you believe that Satan could be behind the problems that I am having, or
100%?
Am I the only one? Okay.
Every human being has the same problem you have until they understand they got to forgive. The heart is wicked, and the heart is never going to change until you forgive your mother and your father for not protecting you from your mother for recreating you her image. Then God will change your heart, and your whole world will change. You will have an amazing life.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Peterson. This has been an amazing conversation.
Let me know how it goes. I wish you well.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Maryland out of Virginia. Maryland live in Virginia. Madeline, not Maryland. Sorry, Madeline. Madeline live in Virginia.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Madeline. Good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just had two really quick things.
Okay.
First of all, I live in Virginia, and my family doesn't, so I don't see them very often. I went up to see them over the weekend, and they were together. I mean, some of them were together talking, and I'm just sitting there, and just because of the way you talk about anger and the way you've taught me, the things that you just say about anger made me realize that the conversation was angry. And in the past, I would have joined in thinking it was fun because I was getting a thrill.
Yeah.
But just listening to it, I like froze. Like I don't want to be a part of this. This is evil. And after a while, I just got up and I left, and I went to another part of the room. Part of the room. But the thing about it was. Okay, so my question is, as I was listening to the conversation, I started laughing. Like, I just thought it was hilarious because of the way that you were always talking about how anger came out in women, like just seeing it firsthand and how it was going on and on and on. After a while, I got up and left because I didn't want people asking me, why aren't you talking? Why aren't you part of the conversation? So I just walked out. But I wanted to just share that because I do see now that talking, laughing, just getting a thrill, that just made me see all the Satans in the room talking and getting their thrill out of each other.
And sometimes,
So thank you for that.
And you're right. If you want to walk away, you definitely can do that. But let's say you're in a conversation and gossiping and carrying on. It's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to communicate. If someone ask you, what do you think about it? Just say, hey, I don't want to talk about it. I have nothing to say about it. I don't gossip. You can make your point and stand right there and not be moved by it. But, do according to what you see at the time. So right on.
Yeah.
But you have a right not to participate in it, being right there.
Yeah.
I let my chair up, make sure. Okay. Nice.
And the second question?
Yes.
Yesterday there was a man who called in about some type of music, and he was feeling kind of bad or fearful because he was, repeating the lyrics. And I've had a theory, but although it's probably not just my theory, a lot of people have it, that a lot of this music that young people are listening today is possessing them because they don't have God in their lives. They don't have, parents who are teaching them, and their parents are listening to the music too. And I feel like this music is made on purpose to destroy America. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but what do you think?
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking the music that they're listening to that's against God and says negative things about Jesus or religion or just in life in general, the murder, the violence. I think that music is very done on purpose to help destroy America.
Well, definitely some of the, especially rap crap, is done to destroy the soul. Absolutely. And your point about it is what?
Well, I felt like when you told the guy, don't worry about it, it's just words. I felt like for him, yeah, because he knows God and he listens to you, so of course he wants the truth. But for all these other millions of people who don't know God and they're singing this in their head, I kind of feel like it's not good music.
And why not for them?
That's all I wanted to say.
And why you feel that it's not good for them?
Well, for my young students who I teach, I feel like it's not good for them because they don't know right and wrong, and they think these lyrics are right. And I worry about them, the way they're acting out and getting in trouble because this stuff is going in their head all day long.
Yeah, but don't worry about them. Those are not your children, so don't worry about them.
Right.
You could, if the opportunity come and you point out, hey, be careful how you listen to this music. That's fine,
Right.
But don't worry about them.
I do tell them that, right.
Because if you worry about them, you're going to take the wrong action, and it'll come back on you. It'll backfire on you.
You're right. Thank you for that, Jesse. I did not think about it that way. That's why I love you and the JLP team so much.
Thank you. Amazing, MADYLYN. I appreciate it.
You are amazing.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. Thank you. I love music, any kind of music. You heard that song there?
No, not that one.
What a beta.
That's not beta.
It's not alpha. Is it alpha?
And the things I'm feeling are
music. Beta. What?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to stretch a joke here. I'm not offended. I'm not beta.
Let me go to William. There's a line open, folks. 888-7753-773. A first-time caller out of Virginia. William, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, William.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Hey, William. Can you hear me?
I'm driving, but I'll pull over as soon as I can.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me good?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. First, I want to say, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. I want to say thank you so much for, all that you do. You have really encouraged me. Man, just to to get out of my head. And I can't believe how many men and women are going through the same thing that I'm going through.
Yep.
With my mother.
Yep. Every human being, William, every human being going through the same thing with their mothers, and they're yearning for the fathers, but they're calling it something else instead of what it is, and that's why they are not overcoming.
Yeah. And I've been practicing, thinking all thoughts are all lies all the time, and it's true. It's so true. You have really woke me up, and I haven't been listening to you very long, probably 2 or 3 months. I've watched a lot of your videos, and you really encouraged me, and for one reason, is because, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Do you have a cleft palate?
I do. Amazing.
Yeah. And a cleft lip, too?
Yeah.
I do, too. I have a cleft lip and a cleft palate.
Nice.
So,
how do you feel about yours?
I struggle, man. I struggle. You have helped me a lot. Because I started believing. I started believing the lies.
When you say you struggle, what do you
mean?
Repeat that.
I'm sorry.
When you say you struggle, in what way are you struggling?
Like, I guess, walking out in public, because my nose doesn't really look as good as yours. Mine's kind of flat on one side, or it is flat on one side. Really, it's crooked. And, I don't fit in, I guess. I don't know. When I was younger, I drank a lot, smoked weed, so I just drank it away. And once I sobered up, I realized how evil the world is, really. I haven't done no alcohol or nothing in like 10 years, so it's been a long time. But
and so, if you had a perfectly straight nose like a white person, you would still not fit in.
Right.
There are people with perfect bodies and nose and everything, and they still don't fit in. They're still lost.
Right.
Has that held you back in life? For some reason, my mic went out over my headset.
A lot. And it's held me back because I'll back out of stuff because I'm already judging it. I already think I know what they're going to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't. And a lot of times I may be right, but like you say, not all, but most. So, I don't know, Jesse. You give me a lot of encouragement, man. I tell you that.
William, are you able to hold on?
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to take a break. Hold on.
Oh.
888-77. For some reason, I don't hear in my headset, I guess. My voice coming through the mic. I got to take a break. Hate news is coming up now. Not the fake news, but the hate news. And I got to take a break. 2 more hours to go. Country and Western Tuesday. 888-77. Jesse, back in a moment. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too. They want something from the woman, especially sex.
Mic check.
Or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature.
Hungary is in a battle with the LGBTQ agenda. And there's a Hungarian Civil Liberties Union, just like there's, which is really anti-Hungarian, just like there's an un-American so-called Civil Liberties Union in America trying to destroy America. Ridiculous. And our greatest president is a man of power and commie nonsense, doesn't like it. And there's also, of course, drama over righteous deportations, even mistaken righteous deportations. This is the end of hour 1 already of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, as you can see with this man right here. April 15th, tax day, AD 2025. The lines are full, guys. You can call in every so often, though. You can call in every so often just in case a line opens up during Hake News, Not Fake News. And JLP will be right back to your calls. Hang tight, callers, as well as the rest of the Super Chats and some great stories. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, reports Hungary's parliament has passed a constitutional amendment, reportedly, that allows the government to ban all LGBTQ plus events. The amendment states the Constitution recognizes just 2 sexes, male and female. Also codifies a law that allows authorities to use facial recognition, mass surveillance, tools to identify people who attend such events and to monitor political protesters, anti-Hungarian protesters, anti-American for our country. It's definitely and purely and strictly about humiliating people and excluding them, so claims this person named Daniel Dubrenti. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. He's a lawyer with the Hungarian Civil Liberties Union. It's just the bottom of the barrel, right? Not just from the national community, but even from the community of human beings. What a wild person. Liar. Anyway, presidential power, our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, wants to be able to deport so-called U.S. citizens and imprison them abroad. If it's a homegrown criminal, I have no problem, Trump said on Monday during an Oval Office meeting with El Salvador's leader, Nayib Bukele, adding that the Attorney General Pam Bondi was studying the laws right now. Very nice. Trump also urged Bukele to build more mega prisons, just like the country's supposedly notorious Terrorism Confinement Center, CECOT, CECOT, all caps, where deportees are kept in communal cells holding up to 100 men or males each for 23.5 hours per day. El Salvador has already offered Trump the option to house deportees of any nationality for a fee. Although the president is keen to accept such an offer, it would likely face significant legal pushback. The U.S. is absolutely prohibited from deporting U.S. citizens, whether they are incarcerated or not. So claims this one Letty Volp, 2 P's at the end, a law professor at UC Berkeley. Maybe we should deport Berkeley, honestly, right? Telling commie nonsense way back in February. And deportation. Efforts to return a so-called Maryland man, an illegal alien who's been in Maryland, to the United States after he was supposedly mistakenly deported to El Salvador last month, hit another serious roadblock on Monday. Quilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, a Salvadoran national, an illegal from El Salvador, is being held in El Salvador at the CECOT mega prison, even though a so-called immigration judge way back in 2019 barred his deportation to El Salvador years ago. Didn't bar his deportation, just his deportation to El Salvador years ago under the pretense that he was in danger from MS-13, or the pretext anyway. And he was deported back to El Salvador due to administrative error, but he was supposed to be deported regardless, wherever he went. Despite a so-called Supreme Court ruling saying he must facilitate the return, it's out of the United States' hands, according to Pam Bondi, the Attorney General woman. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
stand up strong. Think the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
My bad, folks. I had no idea that time went by that fast. I'm like, what the? Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning a second time. Welcome to the show. You can get involved by calling 888-77-53773. That's 888-77-Jesse. And my biblical question: what was the first temple God made? What was the first temple God made? All right. You can listen to the show if you're running around anywhere in the world. We're here Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time and 9 to noon Eastern time. And so we are heard around the world. You can be listening to the show if you're working out, no matter what happens, by going to the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud. And we're going to get back to the supers. Go to donate and have your comments read out loud. Go to buy me a coffee. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. And or Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. It's the second hour of the show on Tuesday. It is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to
What the?
me.
Who let the dogs out? Amazing.
Amazing. So listen, I want to go quickly back to William, my first time call out of Virginia. And I saw like Williamson driving in a car there, so I had to put him on hold there. William, are you in a car, you said?
Yeah, but I stopped. I pulled over.
Oh, okay. And so you were born with a cleft lip and all that?
Yeah, cleft palate, cleft lip. Yeah.
And what was it like for you growing up with that?
I got picked on a lot, and I got in a lot of fights. Really. I got in a lot of fights, and it's like it just followed me around. For the most part, I just like I don't. At the end of the day, I really don't care. What people think of me, but it's like everywhere I go, man. It's like I don't know. It's crazy. But I do struggle with that. I struggle with that, and
But you just said you didn't care what people thought.
Like. Not really. I don't care what they think. It's just
what you struggle with.
It kind of contradicts itself, but
yeah. What do you struggle with? If you don't care what people think, what do you mean by you're struggling?
I guess it's just, I'm just in my head about it. I just
100%.
Sitting here thinking about it, I just realized how beta I am for real. I done took on my mother's emotions, and I done been around her so long, and I done become like what I hate.
100%. Did you have problem dating and stuff like that growing up?
No, I've got 4 kids. I have 4 kids with two different women, and I've been married twice.
Oh, okay. When I was in school as a kid, and I had that, the kids sometimes teased me about it, but it was understood that the reason I had the cleft lip and stuff because I have blue eyes, and then I had the cleft lip. It was known that I had white blood in me, and so they just blame it on the white people.
Yeah. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
They like, you got white blood in you, so I'm like, right on. But
man, I'm gonna tell you, I love your show, man, Jesse. You've really helped me get out of my head.
Nice. Well, you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And here's what I recommend concerning the body. I want you to know you are not your body. And so the body is just dirt. It's nothing but dirt. And don't let whatever affliction or whatever you see going on with the body affect your life because it is not you.
Right.
So let every
I want to say this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Let every thought about you go. None of them are true.
Right. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that. I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. And I'm just now realizing that. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, but better now than before you die. So fine. Well, however long it took, the fact that you can see it now, that's all matters.
Yeah. And you've opened my eyes to my mother, too. She's really an angry, bitter, spiteful woman, man. She's really...
Yeah.
She was there for me when I was a kid, and I guess I didn't see it then, but she's always been like that, looking back.
And have you gone and forgiven her yet?
I have. After I listened to your show, because of you, I did.
And how did it go?
And it was hard. It was hard to do.
And why?
Because I know that she's going to get mad. She's going to get mad if I say I'm sorry for everything I've said and done, and I forgive you for everything you said and done. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What have I done? I knew it
life.
would be. She would just blow it up, blow something out of nothing.
And did you forgive your father for not protecting you from her?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgive him. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I've told him that.
And why not?
But I do forgive him. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't.
You got to go forgive your father. Well, I do want to tell you this, that most adult men and women do not hate their fathers. They yearn for their fathers. They want their father. They don't hate the fathers. And those who do say, oh, I hate my father, they're only hating their fathers with their mother's hatred. And they think that because they have identified with mama, they think that it's their hatred, and it's not. But I would still go and have a conversation with him. It's going to be amazing for you.
Yeah. And, you know, she's ruined the relationship me and my dad had. My mother's completely ruined it.
All mothers, it doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter the financial status or whatever, all mothers resent the fathers of the children, and they all work at turning the children away from the father.
Yeah.
It's not a color thing, it's a spiritual thing.
Let me ask you this, one more question real quick. So, all thoughts, all lies, all the time. So, like, I just left Virginia, okay? I could have went to Virginia Beach and laid brick because I'm a brick mason.
Right.
And I could have, and I can go out west towards Nebraska and do some tree work. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to leave, just go away from my parents. I want to get away because my mother will follow me.
Right.
She'll follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell her that?
You know, what do I do in a situation like that? Nebraska or Virginia Beach?
Number one is tell your mother to stay out of your life. Don't call you. Don't follow you. And you can live right next door and not be bothered by her because you are your own world. You got to take charge of your own world. And I wouldn't suggest you live next door. But the problem is you should not be on the run away from your mother. You should, of course, get away from her, but don't resent her. And you tell her, you know what, you don't want her to call or anything, move next door to you, tell her not to. Just be honest, but don't be angry.
Right.
But don't be running away from job opportunities and all of that because of her. Stop letting your mother control you. Or anyone, really.
Yeah, you're right. She's had a big influence in a lot of my life. Yeah,
only because you're allowing it.
Yeah,
you can
I do.
You could block your mother from your life. Your mother is your enemy. She is not your friend.
She's such a good manipulator and makes you feel guilty. And
well, now that you're overcoming all that, you know that there is no you, and so if you know that there is no you, then there's no such thing as feeling guilty.
Right.
You never feel guilty. It's only the false self that feels guilty, not the real you.
I'm seeing that now. I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do this silent
prayer.
prayer.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
I want to tell you this about the hair lip thing.
Yeah.
When I first started Bond 35 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. It's just that that's all I sought to do. And so I did it, right? But I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember we used to make these tapes, but the tapes they were called little CD-like tapes, right, James? Those little CD tapes they used to have. And there was time when I we would record some of the meetings, and I would listen to the tape, and I was like, oh my God, because of the cleft lip. And then I'm not educated. I couldn't even understand myself, William. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, how do you even going to understand? And
it's embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even understand. But because it wasn't my idea to do what I do, it was given me to do. I kept going back and going back and going back, and it got clearer and clearer and clearer till I forget that my speech is not clear.
Yeah. Wow. And I tell you, it takes a lot of guts to get up there in front of people like that and teach people the way you do. And it takes a special person.
Well, what it takes is no anger, Because when you don't
Right.
have anger, you don't have fear. And when you
Oh,
don't
man.
have fear, because fear can stop you from living your life. It'll control you. It'll tell you where to go and where not to go. It'll tell you what people are going to think and what they will not think. It'll tell you to do and not do. And if you have fear, you listen to fear, and it'll hold you back in life because it's just an illusion. Fear is not even real.
Right. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fear is an illusion, but yet every human being, until they overcome, are controlled by fear. They are controlled by an illusion.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
And, ever since I've been, it is amazing. Ever since I've been practicing, or just trying to let my anger go, I can feel the peace in that, man.
Yes.
I can feel it. I'm not perfect yet, but I've let a lot of anger go. I have. Thanks to you, Jesse.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Oh, yes. Yep.
You want to stay with that, do that, stay with that. And anytime you have fear about something, you want to do something, but fear gets in the way, do it anyway. Go through that fear. In order to get to heaven, you got to go through hell. And fear is hell. Go through the hell, and on the other side, it's the kingdom of heaven. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Oh. Yeah, that's my goal, man. I want to serve God too. I want to serve God and Jesus Christ. I want to do something with my life, Jesse.
But don't want to serve God. You want to be returned to God. You want to be at perfect peace, and His will. He will have you to do whatever He want you to do. Your desire should be to return to the Father.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for talking to me, brother. I appreciate your time, man.
And William,
I enjoy your show.
Thank you. I encourage you to tell your mother how the cow ate the cabbage. And when she try to interfere with your life, just say, no. None of your business, mama. I ain't telling you nothing. Stay away. Be strong and absolute about it. Or resolute about it. And if she get mad, that's on her. That's her hell. That's her life. It has nothing to do with you. But you got to tell her how the cow ate the cabbage when she try to interfere with your life.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I wish you well, man.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
You too, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye. 888-7753. 773. I want to give you an example of what anger can do. Anger is evil. And everyone that has anger is evil, judgmental, and unhappy. And anger is an evil spirit, and it separates you from the good spirit, the Spirit of God. I don't care what you say. Do what you want. But you're separated from God. I don't care how many Bibles you read. If you're atheist, Allah Akbar, Jewish, rabbi, Catholic, or the Pope, or Mormon, or those people that out there in the farmland on the wagons. What do you call those people?
Amish.
Anything. If you have anger, you have evil. You are evil. And you are separated from God. And you blame everybody and everything else for your issues because you're lost. You're separated from God. You can test it. Drop your anger and see what happens. The spirit of anger is making you think, feel, and do the things that you do. It's not you. But you say it's you. What made you steal that apple? I just wanted to, you'll say. What made you carry a big old bottle, or a bottle of water around all day? Oh, I just wanted to. Water good for you. You should drink water all day, but what making you do it? Oh, I wanted to. You're lying. You don't know that you're hypnotized. All angry people are under spell. They're hypnotized. NBC News. The man accused of breaking into and setting fire to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro resident over the weekend admitted to harboring hatred toward the governor. He never met the governor, as far as I know. He didn't know the governor, and the governor never did anything to him, but he hates the governor. It's just like the whites hate the Jews, and the Jews never done anything to them. And the blacks hate the whites, and the whites have never done anything to them. And so on and so on, and Scooby-Doo. When you're angry, you're hypnotized, and you blame someone else for the way you feel. Think about that. You made me feel that way. So this guy, according to this report, harboring hatred toward the governor, according to the court documents, and is facing charges including terrorism, attempted homicide, and arson. Watch this from NBC News.
Tonight, the man who police say tried to kill Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro denied bail and facing charges including terrorism, attempted homicide, and arson. The fire chief crediting a set of closed doors for protecting Shapiro and his family.
If that door wasn't closed, the fire would have spread and would have definitely put the governor at even greater risk.
According to court documents, 38-year-old Corey Bomber, who admitted to harboring hatred toward Shapiro, walked for an hour early Sunday morning from his home to the governor's residence. Police say surveillance video showed Bomber climbing over that outside fence wearing a black jacket, black boots, with a small bag. A police affidavit saying Bomber used a hammer to break multiple windows. Throwing a Molotov cocktail made from beer bottles into the governor's home, Bomber then entering the residence through a broken window, deploying another device inside the dining room. That's when police say Bomber kicked a door open to escape, climbing back over the fence and running away within minutes.
Imagine where that smoke staining is, fire licking out of those windows, going 15, 20, 30 feet into the air. Just a very angry fire.
Bomber turned himself in on Sunday, investigators saying he told them if he encountered the governor, he would have beaten him with his hammer. The suspect was previously charged with assault in a 2023 case that's still open. His mother telling the Associated Press she tried to get him assistance for mental health issues, but nobody would help.
Amazing, huh? Just think about that. That's every human being with anger. Satan, he was influenced to walk, according to the report, all the way to the governor's house. Walk. And mad at the governor, whom he never met, as far as I know, who never done anything to him. Think about that. That's every human being, including your own family members. Think about that. Everyone is influenced in that same way. Think about that. You've been influenced, but you think you're in control of your own life, and you're not. Why did you do that? You asked the man, why did you do it? Because I hate it. Why did you hate him? You had no reason to hate the governor. And Hake and I was discussing this morning in the meeting, how was he able to get so close to the governor's house? The governor mansion is like the White House, right? But it's a governor White House. How was he able to get across the fence, break windows open, throw Molotov cocktail, whatever he did, and then set the house on fire, and the governor and his family up in there, and then cross the fence? What is going on? How was he able to do all that? And the governor's supposed to be protected by professionals, right? And then he was able to get in and do all that damage. The man shared anti-government posts online. President Trump and Governor Shapiro responded. And this is a Democrat, I believe. Shapiro is not like he's a Republican. And the guy, from what I heard, is not a Republican either. Hatred is hatred is hatred. Drop your anger, folks. Anyone that has anger is a murderer and cannot be trusted. A murderer has a wicked heart. An angry person has a deep, vengeful heart. The man shared anti-government posts online, and President Trump and Governor Shapiro commented. Watch this from NBC News.
On social media, Bomber shared anti-government views, writing in one recent post, Biden supporters shouldn't exist. The FBI now assisting in the investigation as President Trump weighed in.
The attacker was not a fan of Trump. The attacker basically wasn't a fan of anybody. It's probably just a whack job. And certainly a thing like that cannot be allowed to happen.
Today, the governor, who hosted a Passover Seder just hours before the attack, again thanked first responders.
This kind of violence is becoming far too common in our society. And I don't give a damn if it's coming from one particular side or the other. We have to be better than this.
I don't give a darn if he does. Come on, Paul. I won't accept him. That's all the world is pushing now, is anger. The Christian pushes it. Everybody pushes anger. The Democrats have been pushing anger against Trump forever, calling him Hitler and all kinds. Anger is the god of this world. And human beings believe that anger is good. Anger is necessary. Anger gives you power to speak up and to do what you need to do. It's all lies, but they have believed it to a lie. Anger destroys children from their own parents, by way of their own parents, especially the mothers. You destroy your children with the lack of love, because anyone that has anger has no love. Zero. You don't have any love. You only have hate, and you call hate love. It is so bad that American people support angry people. Especially if you're black and you attack a white person and you have to go to jail, they'll get a GoFundMe page going, raise money and get you out of jail. But if you're white and you attack a black, it's over. Ain't no GoFundMe or nothing gonna get you out except a pardon for Trump. A pardon, WFAA, a 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, who is the suspect killer in a fatal Frisco track meet stabbing, was released from jail Monday after a reduction in his bond. I want you to see who gave this guy a reduction in his bond, bail's bond, and according to his report, he's out now. A black guy. Watch this.
It's what happens outside.
Threats and, talk of race war and all kinds of insanity
that shapes matters inside.
This has definitely rocked our entire community.
While Collin County Courthouse holds countless bond hearings, it's this one.
How far did you travel to get here today? 3 hours.
That's drawing more attention and more security. With not a courtroom seat empty, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony appeared before Judge Angela Tucker for a bond hearing in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a UIL track meet on April 2nd in Frisco.
Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us.
Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, asking the judge to drop his $1 million bond to $150,000.
There are two sides to every story.
Anthony's father, Andrew, took the stand stating Anthony is captain of his school's track and football team. He says his family can't afford the $1 million bond as he's taken leave from work and will need to move into a new home for safety reasons. But Collin County District Attorney's Office argues Anthony's family raised more than $400,000 through GoFundMe and GiveSendGo.
It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child.
Judge Tucker decided to drop the bond to $250,000, taking in consideration Anthony's age, ties to the community, and no criminal past. Anthony must be on house arrest wearing a leg monitor and can only leave home with the judge's permission.
Amazing, huh? White people, y'all don't have a chance in the courthouse. You might well hang that up. Here's the image of the judge who lowered Anthony's bond. Judge of the Texas 199th District Court, Angela Tucker, a black female. Y'all don't have a chance in the courts, white people, in your own country. If this boy had been white and did that to a black boy or the other way around.
Steve,
Back
thanks
in a
for
moment.
calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing.
In that track meet situation, had a white boy been accused of stabbing a black boy and killing him, a twin brother, do you think that white boy would be out of jail? Would they been able to go start a GoFundMe page or whatever they call that thing, and went to a white female judge and she would have let him out? Think about that. It would never have happened. White people, y'all making a horrible mistake blaming the Jews and hating the Jews. The Jews ain't got nothing to do with your problem. Zero. In the same way, you have nothing to do with black people's problem. Zero. You never have, you never will, you never ain't. But they blame you. They say you control everything. It's your fault that they're losers. It's your fault that they're afraid. It's your fault that this and that. In the same way you're blaming the Jews, you will become what you hate. And that anger that you have for the Jews is going to backfire on you in the same way it's done with the blacks. It's not going to make you better. It's only going to make you bitter. And a bitter person is a dangerous person. It'll make you walk all the way to the governor's house and try to kill him. It'll make you walk. Now you take the train. White people don't make the same mistake the blacks have made. Drop your anger. That doesn't mean you're going to agree with everybody about everything, but don't be angry. Agreeing and being angry are two different things, or disagreeing and being angry are two different things. You can agree or disagree without being angry. I'm warning you, white people. I've been trying to warn y'all for 35 years now. Drop your anger so you can drop the fear. Do what you want. You can continue to blame and hate the Jews if you want, and then be mad at folks because they don't agree with you for hating the Jews. But you're going down the same path of destruction that the blacks have taken for the last 30. How long have they been doing it? 28, since the Civil Rights Movement, since 1968, 70 years or so. You can drop your anger if you want to be free, and you will become your own. You'll become the driver of your own car, and you can go anywhere in the world that you want in your own car and be free. In spite of all the hell that's going on inside of others, outside of you. Not all blacks, because some are starting to overcome. Not all. But most blacks are hypnotized because they're angry. They're unconscious. They have no idea. And they have managed, due to your weakness, white people, to get into your court system, your schools, your businesses, your communities, and your everything, and they're destroying you. You let the enemy into your own life. And you can't blame anyone for you because you were too weak to say no, and now you're blaming the Jews. It ain't going to help your situation. I went to Israel once, and it was amazing to see the Palestinian Alawaba people mad at the Jews, and the Jews like gave them a lot of land, and the Jews live right across the road, and the Jews keep their streets and their places beautiful and clean, and the city of David and places like that at one time was beautiful, some on hills, mountains, right? All junk, ghettos, and the Arabs are sitting around looking across the road at the Jews, mad at the Jews, when they have paradise right in their hands. And they don't see it because they're angry. An angry person cannot see. An angry person is evil. An angry, evil person is a murderer. The heart is wicked. One other quick example of that. You think that track stabbing was bad, track meet stabbing, and it is. It's like a sad story, folks. A young twin brother is now dead because somebody else was angry. He didn't do it out of love. Oh, I love you, I'm going to kill you, according to the report. Watch this from WFAA. A 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony. Oh, not that. That's the wrong one. You saw Angela Tucker, a black judge, right, letting that guy out. This is the one that is mind-blowing. Well, they're all mind-blowing. Well, not mind-blowing anymore, I understand. A woman named Kierra King. I think that's right. Kierra King confronted a medical assistant after noticing that King Kong was written on a vowels label instead of her name. Watch this from X.
Can you tell me what's wrong with this sample?
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Can you understand as a black woman why I would have a problem with that?
Yeah, I can double check who.
How could that be a mistake? Because this King, that's my last name, right? Comma would be my first name, correct?
Yeah.
How do you misspell Kierra as Kong? That's insane.
Yeah, I can double check who did that. I'm honestly not sure who printed that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Previously, we've never had like any sort of issue like that. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire right now. Like, that's unacceptable. And even if it is a typo, which, like, if they want to pull that and say that that's what it was, how? Seriously?
So apparently, whomever wrote the little name tag up on the vowel, they put King Kong instead of Kierra or whatever her name is. Her name ain't got to be to me, Kierra, that's a black name. But they put King Kong. And this little black female acting like she's so mad about that. Had I been the president of the hospital and I would have told the worker, oh, just tell her, oh, there was a mistake. And if she want to argue about it, I was like, okay, you could go out in the hallway and argue about yourself, female. I'm not arguing with you about that. It was a mistake, lady. You think you're a monkey or something? I don't think that about you. Those are your thoughts. Supposedly, King Kong, if you call black King Kong, it's supposed to be some type of racial thing. Did you know my high school mascot was King Kong? Our mascot was King Kong. It was an all-black school, and we never heard it's supposed to be monkey if you're black. That wasn't even in the vocabulary back then. That's been made up along the way to control females like this. To get reaction from white people and put fear in them and take their money. I'm on fire. I bet you are on fire, all that hatred in you. The medical assistant the medical assistant who came forward and said it was a typo. Watch this from X.
Like I said, it wasn't my intention. I literally just checked my computer just now to see the name, and I was like, I know why she's upset because I put the name on there incorrect. But like I mentioned to her, and I'm gonna mention to you, if you feel some type of way of how I wrote it and you want to report me, that is totally fine. But like I mentioned, like I'm saying it to both of you, it was really not my intention to put that on there.
So here's my thing. One, I don't understand how you could mistype something like that. I don't understand how you can write Kong instead of Kierra. How did you mistype that?
I was typing. To be honest, I type really fast. I don't double check when I'm typing really fast. I did put your name on there, but for some reason it went to an error. But like I mentioned to you, it was in.
So it autocorrected from Kierra to Kong. That's crazy. But and then additionally, what I have a problem with now is that you're straight up fabricating that we checked the name on the bottle when we did not. Okay. Did we check the name on the bottle?
Like I said, for me, I did check it and I checked it with you, but you...
So you checked it. So you made a typo. You were typing really fast and then you checked it and then...
No, I didn't check it. I just put it...
So now you didn't check it.
I didn't check it. I just...
This is ridiculous. I'm done with this conversation. Okay, please give me her name and I will report it. Thank you.
I'll give you my name right now, okay?
Y'all spend too much time with these blacks trying to explain. She doesn't want to understand. She's videotaping it. What else is on her mind? What else is on her mind? Why does she have this on videotape with all that drama? Why? Is she going to put it up on YouTube? And what will she get when she put it up? Counts or whatever you get? White people, y'all spend too much time trying to explain things to blacks. They're not talking to you for an understanding. They're talking to you because they have something else on their mind. They have something else. They have something else. Y'all, do what you want. If you want to be free, you got to stop arguing with evil. Stop arguing with the devil. Stop arguing with the devil inside of your mind and outside of you, inside of others. One apology was been enough. Oh, sorry about that. That was a typo error. Well, where did you and where did you say answer? Shut down at that point. Don't communicate any further because you're doing what the devil wants you to do. He is controlling you to get a reaction for his only benefit. And you think the people that work at the hospital are going to be calling her King Kong behind her back? People, listen, take control of your life and stop arguing and carrying on. You don't owe anyone any explanation or anything. Stop explaining yourself to the world. You don't owe anybody any explanation about anything. If you should offend someone, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was wrong. And be done with it. They did this black female, a favor by arguing with her. They gave her time to put it on YouTube, and now she's getting all this fake ego glory and whatever else come with it. And it sounded like it was a Mexican worker. I didn't see her face, I don't know. It doesn't say here. 888-7753-773. 888. People, our battle is spiritual. When will you deal with spiritual things in a spiritual way? When? If not now, when? You're being played. This is hell on earth inside of other human beings. Hell on earth inside other human beings. Let me go to Joe, a first-time call out of Indiana. Joe, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What's going on, Jesse Lee?
Been watching the show for a while. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Hey, I don't have much time. I got to get to work now.
Okay.
But I definitely was wanting to touch on the situation with Karmelo Anthony, and then that other situation where the track meet girl, she hit her with the baton and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, we reported on that.
Why are the blacks getting behind these events? Like, they threw that girl a rally, and then they get on these, social media sites and talk about how, oh, well, if it was a white girl, or if it was a white person, they would have been like this and been like that. And it's like, how can y'all support such evil acts and then be so connected to blackness that you overlook, morality?
Because not all, but most black are some are starting to overcome. They're angry, man. They're hateful. They're evil, and that's all they can see. And they blame white people for their failure in life. They blame white people for everything because they refuse to take responsibility for their own lives. That's why they're angry, they're evil, and they cannot see.
And so I live and grew up in a predominantly white town.
Yeah.
And like my family, we've all been connected with white people growing up at some point in time where they've helped us with certain things. But I got people in my own family that talk about, oh, the white man this, the white man that. It's like, you find any way and talk about white supremacy, everything that goes wrong with any black person or anything like that. It always goes back to white supremacy.
You're absolutely right, man. What a shame. But what I want you to know from now on, Joe, if you're not already aware of this, every time you hear one person blame somebody else for their problem, know that is an angry, evil person, and you stay away from that person. Meaning, watch that person. Don't trust them because they'll do the same to you.
Absolutely.
And whether it's a family member or a friend or a worker or whatever, never trust an angry. You got to work with angry people, but just be aware of them. You cannot trust them.
Right.
Amazing.
Well, I appreciate your time, and definitely it's amazing. I'm gonna have to call back sometime when I got a little more time. And,
all right. Thank you, Joe.
Hey, thank you.
All right, buddy. I'm telling you, folks, I don't care how close or how far they are from you, male or female, what color, rich or poor, whatever. You cannot trust an angry person. An angry person have no love, no loyalty except to evil. Zero to you. Not even to themselves, but to evil. Gilbert is the first-time call out of North Carolina. Gilbert, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. It's good to be with you today.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask a question. Why is it so many Christian people are looking for answers from places that can't possibly help them?
Because they've been lied to all of their lives, and they have been told to look in the Bible for the answer, to look over here for the answer, look over there for the answer, and they are not individuals. So they don't have the common sense to look inside. They're lost. They cannot see.
Well, I heard my father call you years ago, and I started watching your program. And because of that, I started looking. You know who I get angry with?
Who's that?
Myself. When I can't. Go ahead.
No, finish your point.
When I can't, the reason I forgive people, and people around me ask me, well, you see what so-and-so did to you. Well, why you always forgive them? And I said, how many times I went to God and asked him to forgive me something and promised him I wouldn't do this no more.
Yeah.
And then I break that promise, and I realize the only good coming out of me is what God puts in me. It's what's in you that comes out, just like anger comes out because I'm caring about myself.
Yep.
I'm offended. It doesn't offend God. It offends me. Just like people judge everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're homosexual, murderer, whatever, God will forgive you for everything. And I can't cast a stone, so that's where I'm at. But I really think it's seeking a closer walk with him. I'm at a spot in my life, and I don't know where to go now. I mean, I'm dealing with this forgiveness and anger. I don't get angry like I used to. I still get angry.
How old are you?
I am now 68 years old.
Have you forgiven your mother?
I love my mother, love my father.
Have you forgiven your mother?
I never known my mama do anything but love me.
Have you forgiven your mother?
She corrected me. In my eyes, she hadn't done anything wrong.
She was perfect?
No, she wasn't perfect.
What was imperfect about her?
Well, sometimes she would make me wait till my dad get home to punish me. I didn't think that was right. Me having to wait all day to get my whipping, I didn't like that. And sometimes Mama would give my dad a hard time because she was an evening person. My dad was a morning person. He'd wake up singing everything in the morning. She'd get mad at a little wet setting in. But then about 12, she'd be, more responsive.
Have you forgiven her for that?
Well, yes, sir.
You told her?
Miss Peach, my mom's passed away, and I held her hand as she passed away.
Oh, God.
Nothing like that was on my mind.
And have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I realize men and women are different, and we respond and react differently.
And did you tell your father you forgive him for not protecting you from your mother?
I even shook his hand after we had a conversation. Sure did.
Well, you gotta, if you want to be completely free of anger and live a life with no anger, it's abnormal for human beings to be angry. It's an abnormal state of being. It doesn't work. So if you want to be free, you got to forgive your mother, and God will forgive you, and He will take away the spirit of anger from your mind and your body.
Right.
And you will never have to worry about anger again. It'll be gone.
All right, Jesse, I appreciate your time and help.
All right, let me know how it goes.
All right, Jesse, thank you very much.
All right, buddy. 888-775-3773. Super chat. Super
chats. Good morning again.
Good morning again. To who? The new listeners just joining in?
Yes, all y'all.
Nice.
Santino says, what do bicycles and the blacks have in common? They don't work without chains.
What? Did you know my mascot at high school, was King Kong?
I just found that out this morning.
Rebecca Coleman High School mascot, King Kong.
That's a nice mascot.
Yeah.
Mike Young says, hey, Jesse and James, hey, Karmelo Anthony is out on bond. What do you think of that? Again, James Hake, I love your channel as well, and that's why I'm wondering about your input as well. Thanks, Mike Young.
I can't wait to hear Hake respond. Mays, poor Mays. I can't wait, Mays, to hear Hake respond to this.
Nice.
The Hake report at 9 a.m.
Indeed.
Thank you. Pacific time.
I'll have to tell you guys later. We'll have to get back to the rest of the Super Chats in a minute.
Oh, the hour's up. One more hour to go.
Thank you, Mike Young.
We're going to take a quick break to Hate News. I'll be right back.
I'm 32 years old now, and I've been clinically depressed since I was 17 years old. And ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you. And I just can't even, begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this. And young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man.
$2.2 billion in funding for Harvard for grants. Did you know that Harvard got $2.2 billion? Is that every year? I don't know. Maybe not. But it's frozen because Harvard is being obstinate with the Trump administration. Probably they're not fighting anti-Semitism, all one word, no hyphen, to make it seem real, enough for the Trump administration. And I'm fine with Harvard being defunded a bit, right? A bunch of lame-os anyway. Hoity-toity. And anyway, that Pennsylvania, the governor's mansion, a little update on that arson. You heard about it earlier this hour on the JLP Peterson show. And first measles, now the whooping cough or whooping cough. Watch out. Call Me Nonsense Network wants you to be afraid of that. And Doge is battling, or has already battled, did like a hostile takeover, the IRS on the illegal situation. The IRS and illegals closely intertwined against America. Shout out. And there's a mess going on with Sudanese refugees. It's terrible. This is the end of hour 2 of the JLP Peterson show. It is Tuesday. Country and Western Tuesday, April 15th, tax day, AD 2025. The lines are full. JLP will be right back to your calls. We'll also get to your super chats. Got to a couple of them just now. But it is Hake News on Fake News. Call Me Nonsense Network. CNN reports that Bukele, the president of El Salvador, has no intention, according to him, of smuggling a terrorist into the United States. Not going to do that. The question is preposterous. And it seems to be that he's suggesting that one guy who was supposedly accidentally deported due to an administrative error to El Salvador, that Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, trying to imply he's a terrorist. Maybe because he's an alleged MS-13 gang member, even though he denies, or at least his lawyer denies, that he is. It says he's not. I don't know. But he called him a terrorist. I guess you could call these international gang members terrorists, if he is one. Harvard University has rejected the Trump administration's demands that they eliminate DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, communist policies, and that they audit the viewpoints of their students, faculty, and staff, according to CNN, and alter their rules for on-campus protests and or face major losses of federal funding. In a statement, Harvard so-called president Alan M. Garber said that the university would not surrender their independence, so-called, or relinquish their constitutional rights. No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue, he claimed, all up on his high horse. The Trump administration responded by freezing $2.2 billion in multi-year grants. Multi-year, okay? It's not just all in 1 year. Grants to the school. Similar punitive actions been taken by our greatest president Trump's administration against evil Princeton, evil Cornell, evil Northwestern, and they've been considering it against evil Brown University as well. Columbia University was the first higher so-called education institution to see their funding slashed. They decided to acquiesce to the Trump administration by changing their curriculum and admission guidelines, at least on paper, enact new policies, and empowering law enforcement to identify protesters on and off campus. Big mess going on in the world. Authorities are attempting to determine how a suspect was able to enter the governor's mansion in Harrisburg, PA, Pennsylvania, and set it on fire over the weekend without being apprehended. This individual was able to easily defeat multiple layers of defense, said Jonathan Wackrow, former U.S. Secret Service agent and security consultant. First, starting with perimeter fencing, then electronic surveillance and detection system, gaining access into the residence and launching the attack, all while state police providing protective resource there, unable to locate him. Governor Josh Shapiro, all mad. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
stand up strong, think the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show today already. You can get involved by calling 888-7753, 773-888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, what was the first temple of God? What was the first temple of God? What was it? The first temple of God. If you're busy running around and doing whatever it is that you're doing, you could be listening to the show. You could podcast, but you still could be listening on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. Buy me a coffee. .com/Jesse Lee Peterson. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday, third hour of the show. One of my favorite days because Tuesdays is, and I can't say always will be because we may have to adjust a little bit now, but it is Country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts, well, they've all been lies. They let me down every single time because the devil's been making homes inside my head. The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well, maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I'd shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I could lean on God so he could lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous,
perfect peace. That song is so amazing. It made me want to run out of here, go out to the airport, get an hour flight to Indiana, run out to the graveyard, snatch my mama up out of the grave, smack her and put her back in, and come back to work in 30 minutes or less. That song is so deep. That song is deeper than words can ever. I wish, well, I don't wish it. It's on you. But I wish you knew and understood the power, the freedom, the insight, the perfect peace of forgiveness. The perfect peace of forgiveness. I wish you understood what will happen to you as an individual, not a group, but as an individual. What would take place inside of your kingdom of heaven, inside of you, how you would enter in there and start living from that, and what will happen to you in your life, male and female. I wish you understood it. But it's not for everybody. Only a few will admit that he or she is evil and they don't want to be that way any longer. And they go and admit to their parents, especially mama and daddy, I'm wrong for hating y'all. And the peace will come upon you that will blow your mind. It will give you an Ameriflow, and it will take away your afro. It will be amazing. And you will have perfect peace right here on the earth. And when evil people try to hurt you, and they will, even in your own family, when they try to hurt you, they will not be able to touch you. Without your effort at all. The heart of evil people or angry people goes beyond what you can possibly imagine. You'll see this when you start to see your own anger. Really. You have been controlled by anger all in the name of Jesus. And you say, Jesus angry, or you say, I'm an atheist, I'm angry. Whatever. Anger is anger, and anger is evil, and anger is separate you from God. You know about God, you hear about God, you blame God, but you won't know him. You know about him, but you will never be free. You can be free. Christ came that you may have peace. But it starts with you, and it ends with you. And everything that you're thinking and feeling is inside of you. It ain't outside. But you look on the outside blaming others. Because that's what the devil tell you. It's their fault. They made you feel this way. They made you think this way. They made you act this way. It's their fault. And you believe it. And you blame somebody else. Only imprisoning yourself and no one else. It's amazing. I want to know, and then I'll get to your calls here. Do you think arresting these guys was an overreaction or not? It's just a question. I like knowing what y'all think, too. Do you think overreacting to these people, arresting these people, was an overreaction? Overreaction. WBRZ. The Baker Police Department arrested 4 people who they believe rode their horses through a Baker Walmart on Tuesday night. WBRZ has reported that Mason Webb, one of the writers, said there was no particular reason for them to go through Walmart, and they just chose to do it one night. So they're saying they made this decision that they say, that's my emotional animal, some emotional support. Can you imagine that nowadays? So Webb is calling his horse his emotional support. I want you to think about this, folks. Smoke on it. Rest on it. You have human beings in this world who are calling animals their emotional support. I want you to, if you don't think that's evil and blind and can't see, I don't know what else to take. You have human beings saying that their emotional support comes from animals. Like animals feel what they feel. And animals care about their emotions. Like the animals know that they are emotional. Think about that. Human beings, think about that. I just want you to think about it. Human beings are so into emotions, not knowing that emotions are not necessary, not knowing that emotions are abnormal, not knowing that emotions are not from or by God, and not knowing that emotions are not love. They literally think that animals are now they support They're a supporter, and they take animals on the airplane and everywhere. Can you get any more lost than that? I want you to watch this from WBRZ. Watch this.
Michael, I spoke to the rider who says he and his friends were just having fun, or as many of you on social media have said, horsing around.
Yeah, that's my emotional support animal, basically, yeah.
This man and a group of his friends call themselves the Cutthroat Cowboys. Video of them riding through the Baker Walmart was watched millions of times on WBRZ's social media pages. In the video, you can see the riders reining the horses in, and Walmart workers confused on how to handle the situation. Shortly after videos were uploaded, the Baker police issued warrants for their arrest. We caught up with Mason Webb as he and a juvenile turned themselves in to the police department. We asked why they chose to ride through the store. Their answer, why not?
We just went in there, rode. We always ride to Baker, and we just wanted to do it that day. Hey.
Both Webb and the juvenile facing misdemeanor charges of disturbing the peace by violent and tumultuous manner, entry on or remaining after forbidden, and unlawful posting of criminal activity for notoriety and publicity.
I mean, it was fun. We went famous. That's all. We didn't want to hurt nobody or nothing.
See how they ask, why did you do that? What made you do it? Oh, I just wanted to do it. They think they made that decision to do something that stupid. And it would be black. But they think they made that decision to do that. And it would be blacks. They didn't make that decision. Because that's a stupid, dumb, lack of respect for someone else's property decision. But they think, oh, we just wanted to do it. May God have mercy upon the people. Let me go to FRITZ out of Florida. FRITZ been waiting a long time. FRITZ, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, sir. How are you?
All is well, sir.
Amazing. What do you think about those black people riding horses in a market?
Man, black people be doing too much, man. They do too much. But very disrespectful.
Yeah.
It is disturbing the peace. I mean, people just want to shop, bro. Don't nobody want no wild animal, no matter if it's tamed or not.
But even common sense tell you don't take a horse inside of a person's business. I mean, but black people have no common sense anymore. They're lost.
But then again, too, honestly, they have common sense. I mean, he told everybody why they did it. They just wanted to be famous. So.
But common sense would not have allowed them to do that for that reason.
Reason. Yeah, that part. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's all about ego.
It's all about the ego. You just really got to just shake your head and wish them well, honestly.
Yes, absolutely. But they should be arrested and throw away the key. Throw the key away.
Just like that other black boy with the track meet thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's crazy. If black people could have raised a GoFundMe to put the white boy in jail, they would have did it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. What a mess. Anyway, you wanted to respond to the biblical question?
Yes. Yeah.
What was the first temple God made?
The first temple God made, from what my opinion is, I say is our spirit. I'll just leave it at that.
Our spirit.
Our spirit. It's our first temple. I mean, if you think of a temple, it's pure. I don't want to sound too corny on that, but pure. Or, it is clean. It's water, stuff like that.
Amazing.
But I feel as though that's how our spirit should be, but obviously it's not. But,
Well, I appreciate that, man. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Yes. Can I also say another comment?
Yes.
Yeah, so when you say that when the light is shining on the thoughts, right?
Yeah.
When we catch it, say if I catch the thought, and then when I catch a thought, God will shine His light on those, on the darkness.
Right. And the only reason you can see the thoughts is that the light of God is allowing you to see that. He bring you out of it, and he allow you to see that those were just dark spirits. They were never you, but you had identified with it. Because we can't see the thoughts of ourselves. We have to invite the light in, invite the truth in. You have to admit that you're evil. And by doing that, you're inviting the truth to come in and take over.
But I was thinking, I think actually this morning watching the show, you had said, when you had mentioned that, so I got to thinking, I'm like, is me, so when I catch the thoughts, right, is that the light is coming from my vision, watching these thoughts?
That's the light is coming from God. That's the light coming from God that is causing you to see the fake you, the thoughts.
Okay, I got it. I almost got a little. Okay, I got it.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you, Jesse. You and the crew.
You stay with it. Thank you. You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
I don't care what happens, Fritz. Don't give up. You stay with it. And I'm telling you, man, there's so much wisdom to come for you, understanding, that is just going to blow your mind. You gotta, I was thinking just the other day, or maybe this morning, I was thinking, it's amazing that for a long time, I didn't know that I wasn't my thoughts. I didn't know I wasn't my emotion. And I was thinking, how was I supposed to know that as a young person, you know? How was I supposed to know? Who walk around thinking as a young kid, you're not your thoughts, you're not your feelings, right?
Yeah.
And how was I supposed to know that? And it's just so crazy, man, that we live a whole lifetime not being who we think that we are.
I was just telling myself, I'm like, dang, I have to unlearn everything I was taught. I'm like, man, this is like gonna take. I don't care that it's gonna take forever. If I was just thinking, I'm like, man, this is something. I'm like, okay, I'm for the ride. Let's go. I want happiness and peace. So let's
That's
do it.
right. Me too. I'm committed. I'm riding this thing. I'm seeing this thing all the way through.
For real.
Because it's amazing.
Yes, sir. It is. It is. God is good.
Thank you, buddy. We'll talk.
Yes, sir. Be safe.
Okay. Take care. 888-7753-773. Juan out of Washington. Juan, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing, Jesse?
All is well, sir.
So I wanted to call today to talk to you about like some situations that's going on in my life right now. So you know how I'm going. You know how I'm going through the divorce and stuff and all that mess. Well, I went to Alaska to go work on a fishing boat, and a few things happened to where I didn't finish my contract, and I came back home way earlier than I was supposed to. And now when I came back home, I got no job. I'm staying at my friend's living room and all this stuff that's going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke with my ex, you know, like I was shown that I was resenting her for all the stuff that she's doing. So I went to her and I told her that I resented her for all the things that we went through in our marriage, and for her not letting me be the head of the house all those years and all that stuff. And she actually admitted to not letting me be the head of the house. And it was so interesting to see because she knew it the whole time. And she still played along, you know what I mean?
Of course. They all know it. They know what women know when they're trying to control you and they're not obeying. They know it.
Yeah, so I came back from Alaska. Like I said, I got no job. I got basically no place to stay and all that stuff. And everybody around me is so worried and so concerned. But I'm like within myself, I'm like, why are they now I get it. I get it that they're like that because they don't know what's going on. But it's just interesting to see how they can be so worried about somebody else's life when their life is going to crap.
Right. Why do you let them in your business? Why do you let them in your life?
Well, they're family and they know what's going on, or not the whole thing of what's going on, but they know parts of what's going on. So they kind of know a little bit of what's going on, and it's just interesting to see how worried they get. Because I'm not worried at all. Like I'm just riding the day by day, seeing what the day brings, and
why do you let them in your business and into your life?
See, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Because most of the people that know about it, and this is something that I told them when I was talking to her, because she doesn't want to talk to me unless it's in front of somebody else, because in her eyes I'm Hitler.
And so why do you bother talking to her at all then? Why do you let her set the rules?
Well, that day that I went and apologized for resenting her, that was the last time I spoke with her. And that day there was two people there from the circle that we used to be in when we were married. And I told them straight up, like in front of the other two people, I was like, what I realized in this time is that when I separated from her, I separated from all of you, because the only thing that kept you guys around was the fact that I was with her. And that just, it's not in a judging way, but it just showed me that I've been alone all this time and that they were just faking liking me and faking,
and so
wanting to be around me.
Why do you let her set the rules instead of you setting your own rules?
In what way?
You went and I had this talk with her, but she said others have to be around. You didn't have to meet with her at all. You didn't have to follow her rule. Why did you do that?
I felt like I needed to apologize for resenting her, not for her, but for me.
But why do you follow her rule? It got to be somebody else around.
Because she's in such a denial that I can't have a conversation with her without her bringing up the past and the stuff that I did and what I did or didn't do and all that stuff.
But
so I can't have
why did you have to have that conversation if she didn't want to do it in the right way? You just say, oh, forget it then. Why did you have to do that?
I didn't think of it that way at the time.
And why do you let your family members in your business? You let other people in your business. Why?
Because I'm still working on overcoming that.
You're making a horrible mistake by allowing your family members, your friends, or anyone to be involved in your personal life.
And I'm starting to see that.
It's not necessary. There's nothing they can do about it. And they only going to gossip about you, and they're going to take sides. Some will be on your side, some will be on her side, and both will be wrong. And you'll be all you're doing is keeping yourself in a mess. Why don't you just stay quiet at this point? Forget about your ex, forget about everything, and just work on your life.
And that's what I've been trying to do for the most part.
Why'd you do it for the full part? The whole part.
The conditioning, man. The conditioning. Like the previous caller said, there's so many layers of conditioning and of thought, of things that we thought were ours, Like I grew up thinking that, your friends, you're supposed to communicate with your friends about your problems and they're supposed to be there for you. And I'm starting to see that that's all a lie.
Yeah,
that's all fake.
Who told you that anyway? Growing up, who told you to do something like that?
Growing up, my family, like, they would be like, oh, your friends are supposed to be there for you. Your family is always supposed to be there for you. And
they lied to you. That's not true.
They did. And I'm starting to see that.
So now that you see it, why don't you get all those people out of your life and just live your life?
I am. I'm just
working
right now. Right now, I'm just waiting for the divorce to go through, so that I can continue doing, what I need to do and whatever's next. But it's like even the divorce thing, like everybody's so like they're all concerned because she's gonna take the house. She's gonna take. I was like, she can take whatever she wants. She can't touch me.
Listen. Next time someone talks to you about that personally, just tell them none of your business. I don't want to talk to you about it. You don't have to talk to them. You're not obligated to respond to anyone. You don't owe the world a response.
Right. Yeah. And I heard
understand that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
What am I saying?
That I don't owe nobody an explanation for my actions.
And so why do you keep doing it?
Because I still get in my head about it.
How old are you?
34.
And when will you stop getting in your head about something so simple?
Right now. It's done.
You're back wherever you're in Washington. You're living with a friend right now. You're doing what you're doing to get back on your feet. It's nobody else's business but yours.
Right.
Going through your divorce, unless you want to talk about it, you don't have to talk to them about it. You don't owe them, her family, your family, or anyone an explanation at all. You do not owe an explanation to the world. You don't need to hold a press conference.
I'm grateful for this situation, though, because it's allowed me to see that I've been alone all my life. The only one that's been with me has been God.
That's for sure.
Because, like I said, like all the people, as soon as me and her broke up, I broke up with everybody else.
Yeah.
And I was like, the issue is with me and her. I haven't done anything to any of you guys.
Right, absolutely. Because human beings are evil. Donald Trump is changing the world by making things, especially America, by making things, physical things available for us. But he can't change America because he cannot change other people's heart. If you want to change America in the right way, you got to change the heart of human beings. And most human beings does not want a changed heart. They love their misery.
And see, I've come to understand that because I feel like everybody has to have their own individual experience with the Creator, God, or whatever you want to call him. Because like when people ask me, oh, what do you think about God? I was like, well, God is just a word. I think God can't be explained with words and with trivial things that we use. He's much more than that. And I think
don't try to explain God to no one.
Exactly, yeah. Like you can't explain God. Like I can't explain the things that I've been able to see and that I've been shown,
right,
because people would think I'm crazy.
Absolutely, they cannot see. But one, keep those people out of your life. Just work on your life.
Yes, sir. I will keep. I wanted to share a proverb that I heard with you.
Okay.
It's a Chinese proverb that says, when somebody makes things up about you, don't confront them about it,
right,
because your friends don't care and your enemies won't believe you.
That's right. Did that come with rice?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh!
But I love that proverb. It's so true.
Yeah, and I see that in my life. Like whenever I try to explain myself to those, or when I used to try to explain myself to those people, they didn't believe me.
Right.
And then my friends, they don't care because they're not with me because of what I do or what I say. They're with me because of who I am.
That's right. Deep.
Yeah, but I wanted to answer your biblical question as well.
What's wrong? What was the first temple God made?
I think it was Adam.
Why do you think that?
Because you know how the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit or the Creator, God. So since Adam was the first human to be created, technically that's the first temple.
Are you going to stay? You're going to stick with that?
I'm going to stick with that one.
All right. Thank you, man. I'll put my pieces in on Sunday, and it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. Love you, man.
You too, buddy. 888-775-3773. Let me take a quick break. What?
The treasure chest is open on D-Live.
The treasure chest is now open on D-Live. And I'll be back in a moment. What?
Allegedly.
We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they will become it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Country and Western music is the thing. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. TheHakeReport.com at 9 a.m. Pacific time. From 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. The Hake Report. James Hake is on fire. He does not mind telling you how the cow ate the cabbage. And he ain't afraid of the blacks. He ain't afraid of the blacks. And then after the Hake Report, Joel Friday TV. He black. Joel Friday TV. Amazing. At 11 a.m. You don't want to miss it. And the American Anchor Baby at 12 noon. I used to say he was flying high, but now he's flying high on natural energy without an airplane. He has his angels, the wings of angels. He and Donald Trump. And he's just traveling through the world, making peace. The American Anchor Baby. Have you seen the American Anchor Baby mama? Oh my God. Huh? I didn't know that Mary Angel Baby mama looked like that. Grandma. Oh, that was his grandma. No, that's his mama. That's your mama or your grandma?
Both.
Grandma.
Grandma tell me about the good old days. Oh, we love my mama. But anyway, the American Anchor Baby at 12 p.m. Pacific time. You don't want to miss it. And then the Women's Forum Thursday night. Get ready, ladies. I'm looking forward to it, even though I end up going to bed late at night afterward. I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment is gone. But it's all worth it. To see the light in the women and coming on, and they're becoming independent women. This is real independent women. They're trusting God and God only. The Women's Forum at 7 p.m. Amazing. I just saw this note, James, where you say Frontier, CNN report that 76 that a 76-year-old woman got stuck in Puerto Rico with her emotional support parrot. Frontier Airlines didn't want to fly the parrot home to New York. I don't blame them. Who want a parrot on an airplane? You can put it on the bottom of the plane. What a mess. There was I was looking forward to going to South Africa. Now they're building a new white country over there, area.
Orania.
Orania, white. And so I was looking forward to going to Mommy Africa. But now I don't know because they may kidnap me. According to NBC News, South African authorities say an American pastor was taken mid-sermon by masked gunmen in South Africa. Watch this.
This is your missionary, Josh Sullivan, here.
Tonight, an urgent search to find Josh Sullivan, a Tennessee pastor authorities say was kidnapped by armed men in South Africa while preaching. Law enforcement there telling NBC affiliate WBIR Sullivan is being held for ransom and telling NBC News the investigation is at a very sensitive stage.
The suspects allegedly forced the victim into his own vehicle and fled the scene with him.
According to his blog, Sullivan moved to South Africa in 2018 to start a branch of Fellowship Baptist Church.
You can see the sign here of our church.
Sullivan touring the church in this YouTube video posted this past February.
My heart dropped. There's no doubt about that.
Pastor Tom Hatley has been a longtime mentor to the 34-year-old father of three, telling us tonight he's in touch with Sullivan's wife, Megan, who shared that she and her kids were there when he was abducted.
I was obviously very concerned, and I hated that Megan and the children that witnessed this. I've cried, my wife's cried, our church people have cried.
Sullivan's mother telling NBC News, you never think about something like this happening to your child. The State Department saying it's aware of reports of a U.S. citizen kidnapped in South Africa. Today, back home in Tennessee, calls for prayers.
And we need to be praying for him and his safe return, and that God would take care of him.
I cried over you. What a fool I've been. Now it's your time to cry over me. White people, it's amazing how the same things happen all over the world. The same things are happening. White people are a mess. They always go into the rough black area and try to bring Jesus. What? Yeah, Derek, it's okay to cry in this situation. Derek want to know, my producer, he black. He want to know, is it okay to cry in this situation? Yes, Derek, you can cry. Bible thumper people love to cry. But it's interesting how white people go into the worst areas in the world and they gonna bring Jesus. Putting their own lives at risk for no reason at all. Zero except for ego. Okay. I wish the guy well, though. I hope he get back to his family. Kelvin is out of Ohio. Kelvin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yeah. How you doing?
All is well.
Been a minute. So,
you said, do I have a minute?
No, I said it's been a minute.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I don't know what you mean by a minute, but okay.
Okay. I mean, it's been a while since I called.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, I just wanted to comment real quick on your caller, Joe. And I also wanted to comment on it anyway, about the track meet incident.
The track meet in Texas.
Yeah.
With the black boy been accused of killing the white boy?
Yeah.
Are you on a speaker, Calvin?
Nope. I'm like literally in a very quiet room.
Okay.
So.
It's better now. Go ahead. Are you recording or something?
No, I'm literally in a quiet room. No
okay,
noise.
I'm getting an echo.
So all you hear is just me.
All right. Go ahead.
So I've been wanting to comment on it anyway. So I kind of had like a wait and see. So instead of like doing like how everybody is now, it seemed like as soon as this incident came out, everybody automatically just started taking sides. And I don't know if you have noticed it, but it seemed like it just automatically turned into like a race war. Like it just everybody is taking sides.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, I mean, I've laid back. I waited till information came out. I did my own research. I've looked at both sides, but it just seemed like, it's a problem. It's a problem that everybody is getting on, the black community trying to take this guy's side, and it's also been a problem with people complaining about the black community coming up and getting money together for his legal defense. I'm not taking sides. I'm not taking nobody's side. Far as the whole stabbing situation goes, could have been a better way to handle it. Could have been a way better way to handle it. But for me, my opinion, these three, the twins also, they knew each other. There's no way that something like that can just happen just out of the blue. They knew each other way before this track meet. And I don't know if anybody has noticed, but there has been a video that came out last week that showed that these three teenagers knew each other way before this track meet. And far as the whole allegations about bullying, yeah, these twins have bullied this kid before. And on top of that, I forgot the boy's name, the brother. I forgot his name. But if you listen to one of his interviews, he admitted to the fact that his brother, the one that died, Arson, that his brother has always had to step in and keep him away from trouble. Showing, this is my opinion, showing that the brother, sorry for my language, but the brother is a shit starter. So I'm not condoning anything.
But
I'm
you
not
can't
condoning
use that kind of language on the show, man.
Then I just say my bad.
Even if but you said excuse my language before you said the word.
Excuse my language, so I was making sure you were prepared for it.
No, you can't. You just can't say that on the air, no matter. And you had time by saying excuse my language, so you knew what you were about to say.
I know.
But you can't say that on the air. But go ahead. Because of time.
But yeah. I mean, it just seemed like this kid defending himself is that's the whole thing. They make it a crime. That was him defending himself.
But why would he take a knife to a track meet?
That part, we don't know his whole reason of taking the knife to the track meet. But in my opinion, because of the fact that he's been bullied before by these twins, he probably felt that he probably needed the knife for defense.
But you're just assuming that. You have no idea about that at all. You're saying probably.
Which part?
You said probably he took the knife because he was trying to defend himself.
No, I'm saying he probably felt that he needed the knife.
But you don't know that.
You don't know that. Me personally, I wouldn't have needed it. That's what I'm saying. But him, he probably felt that he probably needed it.
But if he felt he needed a knife at a track meet, why didn't he let the teacher know? Why didn't he let the track coach know? You know what, Kevin, I'm getting a bad echo. You hear the echo? I hear a bad echo. Hold on. It's awful. I'm trying to tolerate, but I can't. Y'all hear that too, right? Yeah, you could. Don't hang up, Kevin. Just hold on. Super chat.
Nice.
Super chat.
Super chats. Tons of super chats. Anthony on Cash App says JLP is growing. Going to need two to super chat Saturday.
There you go.
Solomon's temple, supposedly where Adam was created, says Anthony.
That's a response to the biblical question?
I don't know.
Oh,
it's related to it. I mean, it's probably inspired by the biblical question.
But that's not responding to the biblical, right? For sure.
Right.
You're not sure.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Rap music is the devil, says Blunt Wit.
Rap music is crap music. Thank you.
Another from Blunt Wit. Fear makes control easier to maintain. Good luck out there today, everyone.
That's for sure.
And Daniel, thank you, Blunt Wit, for your couple super chats. Daniel says, love everything I've seen of yours, which ain't a lot, but still great. Thumbs up and English or British flag emoji.
Right on. Thank you. Amazing. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with it.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
British. And on Rumble, Celestial Lords answering the biblical question again.
What was the first temple God made?
I changed my mind from the previous answer. Heaven, or wherever God resides, is the first temple.
Amazing. Interesting. Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Anthony on Cash App says, God's throne, a celestial temple, the first.
Amazing. Response to the biblical?
Yeah, I think that is a response.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Greenwall with a diamond says, Moses had a speech impediment too, Jesse.
I remember reading in the Bible, Moses like the Lord, like, go out there and tell my message. But God, I can't speak that well. He's like, what now? And God says, don't worry about it. I'll send someone to speak through you. And it worked. Amazing. Thank you.
3 coffees from someone. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Biblical question answer.
What was the first temple God made?
This was the first temple.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, someone. Border Hopper 1985 with musical notes. Ow, we want the funk. Give up the funk. Ow, we need the funk. We got to have that funk. Musical notes. La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. I may have put an extra or one fewer do. Ow. Musical notes.
Oh, we want the funk. The funk. The funk. Oh, we want the funk. The funk. Amazing. Thank you.
Apparently you know the song and I don't.
Do you know the song, Anchor Baby?
Yeah, I know that one.
Nice. Finally.
Finally, Anchor Baby knows something.
But the Anchor Baby need a tan.
He's a musician.
Why the Anchor Baby so white?
Because he's high class Hispanic.
Oh, that's why his skin's so white?
Indeed.
Do you go outside, Anchor Baby?
He's in the ruling class.
Sometimes.
You need to get some sun.
Sunshine is good for you.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Nicholas.
He gonna knock on Alessa's door and she won't know who he is. She gonna look out the window and she gonna see a white
It's
man.
a ghost.
She gonna be like, what the? But go ahead.
Nicholas with an H. Listening to you on my flight across the country. Amazing. Thank you and your crew for all you do.
Right on. Thank you. Amazing.
He also apparently gave 5 coffees on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk.
Thank you.
Saying the same thing.
Right on. Thank
Once
you
again,
for your support. Thanks.
RT Army guy. Thank you, man.
Yes.
Dre on X Live says, now that I can get behind. Stop explaining yourself to the world.
Where did this idea come from that you owe the world an explanation? Think about that. I ain't never heard nothing like that. You don't owe anyone an explanation. God said if you offend someone, go and apologize to that person and be done with it. But somehow or another, everybody think you owe them an explanation, and you feel that you got to stop it. You don't owe your mama, nobody, but you and that one person. And be done with it after that. Amazing. Thank you.
Mike Young bought a coffee. Hey, Jesse and James Hake, don't you guys think that it would have been funny if the lady said to the angry black female, you can't be related to King Kong because he was killed by airplanes and fell off the Empire State Building in 1933?
That's a good point. Somebody need to start speaking up to these blacks.
Yeah.
Really? Amazing. Thank you.
Eric, 3 coffees. A man with anger is a murderer. Anger packed a knife in Karmelo Anthony's backpack, says Eric.
That is so true. It was due to anger. Anger is evil. Anger makes you do things, and it's not you doing it. It's making you do it, but you say, I don't know why I did that, or I just wanted to do it. Not true. Amazing. Thank you.
Nebiu, pardon me if I'm butchering your name.
Nebiu?
Nebiu.
Oh, Nebiu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's Rosa Parks now?
I rest my case. Nice.
Me and Big Mama Michelle at the buffet. Hey, Mr. Peterson. Yesterday I got my hands on the LeBron James Barbie Ken doll, but I feel like such a beta now. I'd much rather get your action figure. Do you have an update on the status of a future release? Thanks.
Oh, Lord. I keep saying we're working on it. Hassan is working on it. I do know that. And he's busy doing his thing and working on that, and I don't know. So that way I don't know.
We haven't forgotten.
Right, we have not forgotten it, but I don't know when it'll be ready. Amazing, thank you.
Travis on Cash App. Who are you? Who are you? Jesse, salute. You pointing at you. Emojis.
Amazing. When you find out, when you remember who you are, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind because you're going to realize I haven't been myself since I was a kid. I've been someone else. I've been an illusion. You're going to see that, and it's going to blow your mind. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Amazing.
Nice. Anthony says 12M e-scooter run. 12-mile e-scooter run. Susquehanna River Trail today. Pardon me if I'm butchering the name of that river trail.
Sound nice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Have fun.
Right on, Anthony.
Have fun, yeah.
Lakeisha, biblical question answer?
What was the first temple God made?
The Ark of the Covenant.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Asia, 3 coffees. Good morning, Jesse and crew. I'd like to answer the biblical question.
What was the first temple God made?
Man was the first temple that God created. God works through man, not so-called holy building, just a building. What the? She black. Black heart.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Gregory, I'm committed to silent prayer. I never give up. I thank God for the wisdom that pour out of Jesse and crew. Thanks, Hands.
Thank you, and thank for your support. And stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Just stay with it. Really. See, he who endures to the end will receive the prize. Stay with it.
Cesar, 3 coffees. Jesse, you were trying to get to the bottom of finding out why people got used to walking around with water bottles. Meanwhile, your video intro subliminally has a white man with sunglasses showing off a fancy water bottle coming straight to the camera. What the? Were you pushing this trend all this time? Just playing. Laughing faces.
Amazing. Thank you.
Sion, Jesse, you notice the new buildings that they build now? The structure's all weird, liberal style, not classic, nice buildings.
I know.
Office buildings, they don't look good. Looks like the OCP off RoboCop films.
It's a mess. I've seen it. It's a mess. No real talent at all. It's like the cars. Automobiles today are no real talent at all. It's like somebody. It's a mess. Thank you. I got to stop there.
We'll read the rest later, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Omar is out of Arizona. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Omar, you're on the air.
Jesse, how are you?
Did Kevin hang up there? Oh, he's working on his phone. Okay. He's switching phone. Okay. Omar, go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for having me, Jesse. So I wanted to talk real quick because of time on the evil I see. I'll give you 2 short stories. So I went to the gym and I always see this old lady, and she's always nice. Hi, how are you? Good morning. And I always say to myself, what a nice lady. What a beautiful lady. Then my friend came in who knew her for a long time, a couple of weeks after, and said, that woman is nasty. She's bad. She and her family are so bad. And Jesse, I promise you, that nice lady in my mind changed to a nasty old lady. All right? So what I realized, the evil within me, is that I was judging her as a good lady, and then when my friend came along and told me something else, I then judged her as a bad lady. All right? The next thing I noticed, too, is I was with a client, and he gave me some sea salt. And this one's kind of funny to me. When I remember it, I kind of laugh. He gave me some sea salt, right? And he gave me the sea salt, and I was like, and he said, oh, it's the best salt. So he said, taste it. So I tasted it. And he said, isn't that good? Has real good flavor. And Jesse, I was so evil. I was like, yeah, really good flavor. And I promise you, Jesse, that thing tasted like every other salt, wherever it came from. And I'm thinking to myself, I was reflecting all of last week, because I couldn't answer the biblical question because I didn't know what it was. I was reflecting all of last week, and I said, I am so evil. Yeah. I judge people as good.
Yeah.
And I judge them as bad. And those 2 imposters are the same, as his poem would say. They are the very same thing. So I now realize that when I see myself doing that, I just do not judge. Like the other day, real quick, I was coming from a client. They cooked some food. I took the food. because I've been working on myself, I took some food with me, but I did take the containers. And that client, he's so mean, I just don't like to deal with him. So he asked me a question about the containers. I just blew him off and I drove away. And then I was driving back and I was thinking all to myself, oh, don't tell him about the container. Just make up something tomorrow. And once I stayed quiet, Jesse, as you taught me, just stay quiet, think nothing, watch your thoughts. God came into me. I turned around, gave him the container. And he wasn't mean. He was happy the containers were fine. And it just goes to show that everything from start to end, judging people, judging yourself, judging it good or bad, is just evil. And you just need to just stay present and just watch. And it's because I am honored for this. You know, so
OMAR,
that's what
such an amazing observation of self. Stay with it. You haven't seen anything, man. Stay with it. It only gets clearer, all right?
Thank you, Jesse. Have a great day, Unity.
You too, but I am so out of time, folks. Manhood hours tomorrow. I'm out of time. Listen, folks, your troubles are not out there, and they're not over there, and they're not over there. They're in here. All of them are in you. And not one person out there, except your parents, they failed you, but forgive them. But as an adult, it's all on you. All of your trouble, your happiness, your misery is inside of you. And nobody is to blame, really. I don't care what they say, how they treat you. They're not to blame for what you feel. It's in you. Overcome what's in you, the world can't touch it. I promise you that. I'm not just making it up. And you are not in control of yourself. Something else will control you. Either evil or good, and not two at the same time. Either you're on the side of evil or you're on the side of good. You can't serve two masters. Drop your anger, take on good. Or stay in your anger and reject good, but you can't have both. I am out of time. The Hake Report coming up now. The HakeReport.com. Place me your super chats. We will finish them tomorrow. Tell Kevin to call back tomorrow. Kevin, call back tomorrow. And get rid of your Obama phone. What the? And Hake coming up now. Then Joel Friday TV. And then the American Acre, baby. RebuildingTheMan.com/silent prayer. Forgive mama, forgive daddy, and you shall be free. Not you might be free, you shall be free. Rick out of Hampton and the rest of the call. I'm out of time. Bye. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job, or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
I need to build